The work on the great building did not stop, and in the early 1530s, the church's immense barrel vault was decorated, and the construction of the intermediate cloister, known as a sacristy cloister, also began. But almost another century had to pass before the lunettes were decorated in 1610 with frescoes depicting the life of Saint Bernardine of Siena, the reformer of the Order of Friars Minor, the observant branch, who governed the church and convent of San Giuseppe. The cycle of frescoes inside the cloister led along an itinerary, a veritable incitement to follow the path indicated by the reformer through his sermons and example. The first fresco, recounting the birth of Saint Bernardine, can be seen in the atrium of the sacristy. The inscription explains that it depicts the ideal city of Jerusalem, and, as in a modern tourist map, there are captions of the sacred places portrayed. It is no coincidence that the Holy City is located at the beginning of that journey through images, effectively uniting the earthly birth and the spiritual quest of Saint Bernardine. Indeed, at the heart of the saint's preaching was the conquest of the great peace represented by the heavenly Jerusalem. And to spur the city to spiritual victory, Saint Bernardine literally inflamed the crowds to whom he spoke, using a chivalric language that was steeped in military parallels, well known to the large audiences. Climbing the stairs at the side of the sacristy, inside the rooms that since 1984 have been occupied by the Fondazione Civiltà Bresciana, founded by Monsignor Antonio Fappani, a rather interesting object makes us reflect on the value of time. In our days, modern atomic clocks seem to tell us that the measurement of time is inexorably precise, and yet its measurement reflects the thinking of the society in which it is determined. From the 12th and 13th centuries, with the rise of the communes, it became important for cities to mark time, a new time different from that of work in the countryside, a public time that would allow the management of the new life of workshops, factories and offices. The mechanical tower and bell tower clocks, however, had to mark the same time, which was not always the case as technology was not so advanced. However, the perfect instrument to be on time is the sundial, such as the one found in the convent of San Giuseppe. Made in 1792 by Father Rosina, as inscripted on the walled stone plaque on the south side, the dial of the sundial is the horizontal floor, on which the hole in the wall, called the gnomon, projects true noon each day. The sundial, built during the period of transition between Italic time and French time, is part of an effort at chronometric standardization, an evolution of the criterion for measuring time. Its purpose was to announce noon, thus enabling the temperatori, the city's clock keepers, to correct and ratify the time. However, we had to wait until 1883 before we could set our clocks to the Greenwich meridian.